Hello everybody, it's me, Mrs. DOG. Are you ready to have some phonics fun? Take your hats out, put them on, turn them on, and sing my phonics song. Phonics, phonics all around, phonics all around. Phonics, phonics all around, phonics all around. Okay, here we go. Make sure they're on. Who's ready to stretch it a little bit today? Let's get started with remembering the phonemes we have learned. We have learned so many. Are you still remembering those? So parents, what you could be doing, because there's so many we're learning now, every day you could be practicing your phonemes using your flashcards in some sort of fun way. Think about some of the ideas that we've had in our previous videos. Think about the games that your child likes. Play them again. Get them recapping those phonemes every day, and then it will be imprinted in their brain, and then it will help them to read. So children, get practicing those phonemes. Okay, we're going to practice them today with the game I Say, You Say. Do you remember that game? I'm sure you do. Let's go. I say S, you say. I say A, you say. I say T, you say. I say P, you say. I say I, you say. I say you say. I say you say. Fantastic, I could really hear you saying those phonemes correctly, which means your phonics brains are definitely on. Are you ready, children, to find out today's new phoneme? I'm sure you are. Let's see if our friend's ready for his phonics lesson. Let's sing our song. Wake up, Mr. Wizard. Wake up, Mr. Wizard. What are we learning today? What are we learning today? Keep singing. Wake up, Mr. Wizard. Wake up, Mr. Wizard. What are we learning today? Keep singing, he's not woken up. What are we learning today? He's already come with his bag. Mr. Wizard, you took a long time to wake up today. Oh yes, that's true. He said all this autumn weather that we're having at the moment makes him so sleepy. But he heard the phonics song and he woke up and then he brought his bag. Shall we find out what's in the bag today, Mr. Wizard? Oh yes, no, I wasn't going to. He said we can't open the bag yet without singing the song. Here we go. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Come and have a look and see what's in the bag. Here we go, Mr. Wizard. You packed your bag last night with our phoneme, did you? Oh, lovely. Here we go. You put your bag over there. Oh, here we go. Ooh, this Mr. Wizard. Let's see. Let them have a go first. Have they seen that phoneme when they're out and about? Do they know if that phoneme is in any of their family names? Have a think. See if you can have a think. Talk to your adult as well. They might be able to help you. Have a think. Yes, that's true. Very true. Okay. Let me tell them, Mr. Wizard, you get cosy down there. The phoneme we are learning today is D. Can you say it to your adult? D. Can you run and say it to the kitchen? D. Can you run and say it to your outside if you have a garden, or outside to the window? D. Can you say it to me without me telling you? Fantastic. Now the action for this is as if you have got some drums and you are hitting your drums like that. And it goes d, 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 d. Here is our favourite bit, the song.
D, d, drum.
See me play on my drum. Playing drums is lots of fun with a da 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 da. See me play upon my drum.
Right, for our fine motor activity, you will need, yes, some balloon tap. Now, I saw, this idea actually came to me in my classroom. So, some of my little friends in my classroom thought it would be a good idea to take the blue tack of Mrs. Dog's displays. Not great. But then I thought, let me see what they're going to do with this blue tack. So they thought it was the best thing ever, and they were entertained for hours with my blue tack. These are the sort of things that I saw them do. They were getting the blue tack, stretching it. What did Mrs. Dog see? Yes, finger muscles were being worked. Then I saw them take little bits, rolling them into balls. Again, what was I seeing? Finger muscles were working. And then I saw them rolling it, and then I saw them doing this, getting their fingers and splatting them. I thought, oh my goodness, they must know that I do phonics videos. I must use this idea in my phonics videos. What a simple idea they came up with just with blue tack. Love my children. So, get some blue tack parents, teachers. Get them to stretch. Finger muscles are being worked. Then get them to roll it on their palm of their hand, using their fingers if you would like to. Get them to make small little balls, and yes, get them to splat them with those fingers. Get them to make as many little balls as they would like, using those little fingers of them, and yes, splat them with another finger if you need to. What a super idea. Children, I'm sure you love this part of my video. This is the part of the video where you get to be nice and active and practice those gross motor skills. Love it. Now, parents, I have been searching on YouTube again, and I have found a lady called Go With Yoyo, and she is absolutely fantastic. In her videos, they are fun and exciting and engaging for the children. She does exercise videos for kids, which gets to build all those muscles and will be a lifesaver for you on those rainy days when you are tearing your hair out with crazy kids. But she is so fun. Check her out. This particular video that I have found for your children to do uses balloons to exercise those gross motor muscles. So children, you are going to have so much fun with this lady in her videos. Now, I will only be able to put a little snippet of her videos because I'm not allowed to put the whole thing, but I will put a link to her YouTube channel and her Instagram account, so check her out, parents.
Hey friends, do you have a balloon? Because you're going to need one. I'm Yo-Yo, and today we're going to get up and go and exercise with balloons.
Go with Yo-Yo!
There are so many ways to exercise with a balloon, and today I want to share some of my favorite ways to start to play. So first, just grab your balloon and see if you can hit it up in the air without letting it touch the floor, just like this. Woo! Nice, keep going. Throw it up in the air really high. Next, let's see if we can throw the balloon up in the air and then catch it with two hands, just like that. Ready? Throw and catch. Throw and catch. Do it again. Throw, catch. Nice. You can try throwing it really high up in the air too. Awesome. Next move. Let's try bouncing the balloon just like a ball and seeing if you can catch it. We'll say bounce and catch. Ready? Bounce and catch. Bounce and catch. You're doing great. Try it again. Bounce, catch. Bounce, catch. See how hard you can bounce it on the ground. Ready? Really hard. Woo! Can you bounce it so high? Wow! It goes up to the sky or up to your ceiling. Woo! Go get it. Try it again. Bounce and catch. Bounce and catch. Okay, cool. Let's try a new balloon challenge. This time, see if you can hit the balloon with a part of your body except for your hands. I'm gonna try elbows. Ready? Elbow. Elbow. Nice. Keep going. Try it again. Elbow. Awesome. Looking good. Elbow. Woo! Okay, freeze. Let's try a new part of our body. How about our fingers? Just your fingers. Nice. You got it. You could try your thumb, your pinky. You can even try all of your fingers. Woo! In a row.
You are probably wondering where I am right now, but I am still in my house and I'm just facing one of my windows because this is what we will be using for our letter formation today. Now, this is just a different way to practice your letters instead of always using a pen and pencil or a whiteboard and a pen or chalk and chalkboard. So this is a fun and different way. So you must use a whiteboard pen for this activity, otherwise you will have very colourful windows. And off you go. And what a nice different way to practice your letters. So you can do today's letter, or if you want to, you can get them to have a go at practicing writing some of the words beginning with that sound. And then when you're done, it's as simple as getting a piece of tissue and rubbing it out. How much fun is that for your children? I'm sure that will keep them entertained for hours. Okay, so as you can see for our game today, we will be using balloons. Which kid doesn't love a balloon? But why not include it in their learning? Make it fun, parents. So here we go. This activity was from the account Go With The Kids, and she is a fellow reception teacher like me, so she has got some super ideas. I will put her link on my Instagram account and my Facebook page. Check her out. Here we go. This is how you play the game. So you will need different colour balloons. You'll probably need a few more balloons than what I've got, but then I could only fit a few on the table. So lots of different colours balloons. Then you will need to write some words with today's phoneme, and I will give you a list of words that you can write so you don't have to do any thinking. You can just write them. Here we go. The music will be playing. Love a bit of music in our phonics game. And then, parents, you stop the music. You then shout out a colour. The children will need to pick up the balloons of that colour. Then, for example, if you shouted out green, they pick up all the green balloons, and then they must use their phonics brains to read the words on the balloon. And once they've read it, if they like to, they can even give it a nice pop if they like that sort of thing. And again, the next green balloon, they must read the word on the balloon, pop it if they want to, and then music goes on again, and then stop, and you shout out another colour for them to read the balloon. Who loves the sound of that? I do, and I cannot wait to play this game with my little girl. Thank you for a super idea. Right, let's have a go at trying to write some of the words that were in our games this lesson. Okay, so here is a word with today's phoneme in there. The first thing, parents, you need to try and get your children to do before they do any writing is get them to read the word first. So let's segment it and then blend it together, and then we should be able to read it. So off we go, children. What's that phoneme? D. Then a, d. Say it faster. D, ad, d, ad, d, ad. What am I trying to say? Dad. Dad. Well done. Now we know how to read it. We can have a go at trying to remember it and then having a go at writing it. So, say the word again that we were just trying to read. Can you tell me what it was? Dad. Now, before you write a word, children, say it out loud. Then it will help you to hear the phonemes you need to write. So, dad, dad. What's the first phoneme? Dad. Can you hear it? It is d, d, d. Well done. So you should write that one. Lovely. What's the next phoneme? So remember, parents, they might not hear this phoneme, but they will do eventually. So don't worry. But just keep emphasising it. Dad, dad, dad. What can you hear, children? What's that second one? Did you hear it? Ah, good. Well done. And off you go, write it. And then what's the last phoneme you can hear? Dad. Dad. Can you hear something at the end? Dad. Is it another D? Yes, it is. Dad. And there you go. You have written a word. Give yourself a thumbs up. Rub it out and see if you can do it all on your own without anyone helping you. Can you do it, children? Yes, you can. Now, don't just do it with one word. There will be other words that we have used in our games today. Have a go at doing a different word. Off you go. It's time to write a sentence for those of you that want to stretch your brains. Who wants to have a go at writing their very own sentence with a capital letter, finger space and a full stop? Is it going to be you again? I'm sure it will be. So, do you remember there's 4 steps that helps you to write a sentence? Do you remember the first one? We did it last week. What is it? It is to think of your sentence. Remember, if you don't think about it, you won't know what to write, and then that would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? So, I have thought of your sentence today, and it has got today's phoneme, which is D. Well done. The sentence I have thought about. Let's practice doing the next step. Let's say it. The sentence is, Dad had a map. There's 4 words in there today. Say it again. Dad had a map. Can you say it to the ceiling? Dad had a map. Can you say it to the floor? Dad had a map. Can you say it to the window? Dad had a map. Can you say it to the door? Dad had a map. Okay, hopefully all of that practicing will help us to do the next step, which is to write it. So here we go. Do you remember the special rule? Before we start a sentence, we must use a capital letter. Do you remember that's what we must use first? So, what's our first word? So we know what capital letter to use. Do you remember what it was? Dad. Well done. And it's got a capital D, which looks like this. There we go. Dad. We've already written it today. Do you remember the phonemes? D, A, D. Well done. So that is how we write Dad. Do you remember what we must use before we write the next word? I'll give you a clue. It looks like this. What's it called? It's called a finger space. Oopsie, a finger space. Now we use finger spaces so our words don't get all mixed up, because otherwise it will be all gobbledygook and no one will be able to read it. So these are very important. So Dad What's my next word? Think in your head. Dad had. What phonemes can you hear in had? Think. Had. So parents, emphasise the word so your children's phonics ears can hear the phonemes. Had. Can you hear it? There might be phonemes we haven't learnt yet, but your brain's ready for it, I think some of you. It is. And then and then d. Had. So put your finger space there and do not take it off until you finish your word. Had. D. Then take it off, and already your sentence is starting. So read it back. D. Dad had. What's my next word? Think. A. Now again, you must use your finger spaces. I'm just going to take that off because our sentence is growing. Dad had a. And it's just A on its own, like that. A on its own. Dad had a. There's one more word. Dad had a. What was our last word? Do you remember? Dad had a map. What phonemes can you hear in map? I'm going to emphasise it again so you really can hear those phonemes. Map. Can you hear the first one? Map. Can you hear that second one? It's the trickiest one. And the last one, map. Can you hear that last one? Well done. What do I need to remember? A finger space. Dad had a Then my finger comes off. Okay. Now we have to do something very important. We must check our sentence so it sounds the same as how we practiced it. Then we know we've done a good sentence. So help me check. Dad had a map. Now that sounds how we practiced it. There's one more rule. When you think you've finished, you must add a full stop at the end. Then we know, and everyone knows, your sentence has finished. And there we go. We've written another sentence this week. Wow, you're getting good. Now, this is when your phonics brains needs to work. Parents, rub out what your children have done because they've done it alongside me. It's now time, children, for you to write the same sentence without your adult helping you, without me helping you. Can you remember it all on your own? Off you go. Don't forget to use your capital letter, finger spaces, very important, and full stop. Have a try.